Hello everyone, welcome back for your daily dose of serotonin. This is part 5 of Lost in Orbit, and today's one is titled Sneaky. All you want to do is take a nice hot shower, throw on your baggy pajama shirt, and fall onto whatever lump of a bed awaits you. The day's clutter and madness feel as if they're sticking onto your skin like static, leaving you completely unable to shake the heaviness clawing up your spine. You slouch in your chair, eyes heavy, while the bright, vibrant voice on stage goes on about something you should probably care about. After missing orientation and facing the consequences of being lost, you figured that the evening announcements would at least keep you up to speed. Instead, they're just proving to be a waste of your precious milliseconds. It reminds you of when you were younger, forced by your parents to sit through educational programs, nodding along while your head fought gravity. Except now, no one's bribing you with ice cream after, and you're too old to throw a tantrum about it. The hall is dim and hush, with the occasional cough or whisper. The speaker beams from the podium, glowing under the spotlight with a row of officials sitting proudly behind him. If you weren't so exhausted, you'd marvel at the beauty of the hall. The big, intricate designs feel suffocating, and you can feel each drag and itch of the clothes against your skin. Every time the mic pops, the feedback scratches down your spine like chalk on a slate. You want to jam wads of napkins into your ears just to survive. The cool, conditioned air tickles your skin. You sigh, cheeks sinking into your palm. A prolonged groan grumbles out of your chest. Your feet go from rubbing together to swinging back and forth, tapping, heck, anything to ease the static crawling up your calves like ants. You're glad it's too dark to see properly. That way, no one can see you slouching like a puppet with its strings cut. Your foot brushes against something, and you freeze. Slowly, you crane your head up, and he's already angled toward you, pencil paused mid-page, the faintest curve tugging his mouth. The huff that slips past his lips is low and pleasantly occupied, and he scribbles something into the notebook on his lap. You whip your foot away like it's been burned, posture rigid. Of course, you curse yourself for forgetting he was right beside you, your newly adopted best friend. The cough you let out is light, your fingers tapping rhythmically against your thighs as if it could distract from the awkwardness. His wrist keeps moving, steady as ever. Is he actually taking notes? To stop your curiosity from prying, your head tilts towards Amira and Kaede. Relief unfurls at the sight of Kaede asleep on Amira's shoulder, her mouth hanging slightly open. Amira sits rigid, expression glued onto the stage, letting Kaede nestle in closer. Cute. The memory hits hard. Nights when the three of you crash together in your garage, ramen cups and tools scattered around, fingers dyed pink from Kaede's latest hair experiment. It feels like yesterday, but you know deep down that those nights ended the moment the science fair swallowed up all your weekends. That's a world record, he says. Huh? He taps his pencil against the notebook, smug. You fidget every 40 seconds or less. And now, he hums mischievously, you've reached the 2-minute mark. The thought jolts through you, and suddenly, you're hyper-aware of every twitch, every breath. With a click of your tongue, you land a mild jab to his arm with your elbow. But it's your grin you're trying to smother, not his smugness. Wow, I'll order you a medal. You want it engraved or laminated? You bop your head side to side, and he seems almost pleased by your reaction. His arms are crossed. It's unbecoming of our future astronaut to fall asleep during important announcements, don't you think? He asks. That's rich coming from the guy who probably built a rocket in his garage. Meanwhile, you can barely keep your project from fizzling out into smoke. Future astronaut? You're literally using me as entertainment because this is boring you to death. And it's true. The speaker's droning is so dull it makes your teeth ache. No matter how much you will yourself to pay attention to each passing sentence, the words keep meshing together into basic background noise. The need for distraction is understandable, but documenting your every movement sounds like stalking more than science. He shrugs. I'm simply just collecting data. It's not just collecting data. You can tell by the way his eyes linger, the way his face lights like he knows you'll rise to the bait, observing you like your reactions are data, but he's just too entertained to ever publish the results. You should be collecting data for the fastest way to ditch this place without getting caught by Amira. That makes more sense than your hands motion around him, whatever this is. If Amira even senses the slightest bit of shenanigans from you, there's no doubt that your butt will be dragged back to your seat. Her passion for presentations is something you'll never understand. In her words, being bored is better than not being there. His face lights up faster than a Bunsen catching alcohol fumes. That should be fun. Half of you doesn't expect him to actually take you seriously, and yet his entire demeanor sparks with the kind of light you'd only see when equations click together, or when a riddle finally coughs up its answer. He practically vibrates with anticipation, skimming around the room as if the walls themselves might hide the solution. He leans back, with a pen dangling skillfully between his teeth. Got it. Okay, that was fast. You don't know what's more annoying, or maybe impressive. The way his brain sprints ahead of everyone else's, or the fact that he doesn't even gloat about it. Not in words, anyway. It's all in the small things. The way his lips twitch like he's already 10 steps ahead. The way he easily just slips into ideas without a problem. It feels ridiculous. Like you're in some kind of bad spy flick where two Asians are plotting their daring escape from the world's most boring villain. Waving at the sea of heads, you deadpan. And what about the 100 witnesses, you ask? What everyone else should be the least of your worries, but you just can't help but think about how multiple heads will crane towards you. They could whisper and stare, surface rumors about how their star runner-up was running out the room, ditching an event. For all they know, you could be going to the bathroom, right? He shrugs his shoulders. You overcomplicate things. Just stand up and walk out. If you look like you belong somewhere, no one questions it. Is that the motto he operates on? The inner lining of your cheek is soft between your teeth. Amira is still laser focused on the events happening on the stage. But even you're smart enough to know that it'll take her less than a second to realize you're escaping. You'd need a damn near perfect distraction to keep her 100% occupied. The way he says it, smooth and sure, makes you almost believe this ridiculous plan could actually work. He hasn't even mentioned a single thing that could go wrong. Your shoulders drop. Fine. He finally looks away from you, and you suck in a breath while he pages through his notebook. On my call. Before you can even ask him what this call is, he's already on his feet, back straight, eyes dead set on the target. He breezes past you, moving with that maddening certainty, the one that makes it look like the air parts for him on instinct, like slipping into a plan mid-stride is second nature. Meanwhile, you're certain you'd faceplant if you even tried to keep up. Like you're wired to stumble where he's wired to solve. It's like, next to him, every one of your frantic thoughts feel clumsy, too loud. The pen flicks between his fingers before landing softly against his ear. Once, then twice. That's probably your signal. It's subtle enough not to draw attention, obvious enough that you feel the push in your gut that tells you, move. It doesn't take him long to reach an empty chair on Amira's left, the opposite side of your general direction. He sits down, like he belongs there, and no one would think to question it. Almost as if mischievous intent lingers in the air, she cranes her neck to you, eyes narrowed onto your shocked face. You put on your best display of confusion, eyebrows scrunched, and a shrug of the shoulders, a shake of your head too, just for good measure. For a moment, it feels like she won't fall for it, like she'll get up and plant herself directly next to you. So when you see her head turn to focus on Ishigami, her stiff shoulders soften, tension sliding away as she leans closer, her expression smoothing into one of genuine focus. The tension in your muscles softens. Senku deserves an award for his act. Posture loose, grin mild, voice pitched just shy of earnest, innocence carved into every sharp angle of his face. He looks less like a schemer and more like a kid asking for homework help. Swiftly, the tip of his pencil rises to his ear. He holds it there for a moment, nodding his head while Amira circles something on the page. The pencil angles down and touches his ear. Once, twice. It's go time. With a sharp push off the seat, you cringe at its sudden creak. It's difficult to ignore the trembling in your body as you speed walk out of the aisle, heart beating faster than the speed of light. You pick up the pace, up the stairs leading to the exit. Your foot gets caught in one of the stairs, stomach plummeting straight to your butt. Not the good kind of butterflies. It unhooks just as quickly with the rapid flap of your arms. Amira stays occupied, head bent low. Ridiculous, but somehow the plan is working. By the time you burst into the hallway, your pulse is a snare drum rattling in your chest. Somewhere behind you, you swear you can hear the faintest chuckle, deep, smug, unmistakably his. And that is the end of part 5 of Lost in Orbit. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to check out my Wattpad and Tumblr. I will put the names down below so you can find them. And yeah, I hope you are ready to hear more from me because I am even more ready to give you guys more. Thank you and goodbye.